although I might be. Well, my friend, you just said there were a lot of mistakes in medicine. You just said that. Yeah, I can play the interview for you. He just said it. But because Don Lemon's got an idea in his head about like DEI is great and all you people are racist, Don Lemon can't see logic or reason. He then goes on at the end of the interview. Did you catch the last part? So Elon again makes a very common sense statement. Hey, listen, dude. Maybe we should keep standards high and not do DEI in medicine. By the way, we get that Congressman Murphy. Is he coming on next week? Okay, he's got a bill. Congressman Greg Murphy, I think out of North Carolina. He's got a bill to prevent federal funding for this DEI medicine, which I read this in the Wall Street Journal. Jim, did I email you right away or did I not? I texted you. I said, Jim, get this guy on. This is a great idea. Elon makes a very common sense statement. We should have really smart people in medicine because people can get dead if not smart people are in medicine. That makes sense to everyone. Don Lemon says the single dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in an interview. And believe me, I've been doing this a long time. That's saying a lot. Well, why would you warn about something that hasn't happened? I don't know, Don. So, let's just say like Jim's watching me on the Skype here. Hey, Dan, got a big lump in your neck. Jim, stop warning me about nothing's happened. I feel fine, but Dan, you ever seen you remember, what was that movie with, what was it, Old School? There's a freaking dart in your neck. Why are you warning me nothing's happened? I haven't passed that. What are you going to? You're going to fall in the pool and almost drown like they did in Old School. Dan, there's a lump on your neck. Jim, just stop. Nothing's happened. Yeah, but Dan, the thing is, it's not good. Like a lump in your neck. Here's the thing, like something could happen. So you should probably do something about it before something really bad happens. Now, to normal people, yeah, right. If he was qualified to be like, cut that thing out of my neck. But you get what I'm saying? How, this is what the whole entire human intelligence capability function is about. Heading off serious problems by using the knowledge you have in advance to make sure that you don't reach that end of the road and fall off the cliff. Don Lemon, again, one of the dumbest guys in media, is having a difficult time why Elon would warn about a problem so the problem doesn't happen. I was talking on a podcast this morning. I thought, imagine being an intelligence guy and you're doing the PDB, the Presidential Daily Brief. They show up at the White House every day, or sometimes it's done via an electronic device. You're there for this Presidential Daily Brief, and you get information that China is preparing to invade Taiwan. And you don't say anything to the president. And the next week it happens, causing an international conflict. The president goes, hey, Jack, say it's like Jack Ryan or whatever, like super smooth, right? Harrison Ford type guy shows up. Hey, last week, I noticed when you came in, you didn't warn me that there was intel on this Taiwan invasion. Mr. President, it hadn't happened yet, so we figured we just better not tell you until it happens. That's not the way intelligence works. But the thing is, Don Lemon's not intelligent, so we don't understand that. I wasn't going to start with this today, but I was so fascinated by this topic at the end of the podcast. I had a producer, Mike, texted me. He loved it. I said, I got to roll with this because if you've ever wondered what it would be like for Milton Friedman or Thomas Sowell to interview Hank Johnson or someone like that, you got a flavor of it with the Don Lemon Elon in it. And I encourage you to watch the video. It's on my podcast. It's on Don Lemon's X feed or whatever. I encourage you to watch that specific portion, because Elon is looking at Don Lemon like, is this guy really this stupid, or is this some kind of an act here? Because he can't understand how a guy can't understand how you lower standards. You get people who aren't capable of meeting a higher standard, which could cause people a serious problem like getting dead. All right, I got a big show for you today. Is Google the most dangerous company in the world? I am very concerned about what's going on with Google in the upcoming election. I got that. It's back, folks. The demographics are destiny, racist replacement theory, liberal nonsense stuff is back. And then a huge Supreme Court case yesterday, which I got to tell you, is not going well, at least according to the oral arguments. More coming up next week.
henryusa.com for a free catalog and decals. henryusa.com for a free catalog and decals.
Are you drowning in IRS? ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidate.
You know that I need somebody. $76.36. This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. So when you're recruiting for debt, select your loans, do cards, and loans, and loans, and top shares. Total Financial Freedom now.
size for just $69.99. Lowest prices in history. Go to mypillow.com, 800-637-4982. Mike and MyPillow employees continue to be canceled by people upstairs and attacked by people. We appreciate all of your great support during these times. We want to thank you by giving you free shipping in the entire world. To get the best specials ever, go to mypillow.com, 800-637-4982. Use promo code DEEP. You'll get the famous Giza Dream Sheets, queen size for $59.98, king size for $69. So call 800-637-4982 or mypillow.com, promo code DAN, and get free shipping in the entire world.
From the Benke Financial Studio, welcome Blue Collar Retirement Specialist, 93.9 and 1490 WOSH. Don't you know?
A listener just brought up during the break something I had completely missed about the Don Lemon Elon Musk interview that's gone nuclear for all the wrong reasons. For Don, great for Elon. Because again, like you, many of you are always fascinated by WWE, like asymmetries. And what would happen if Andre the Giant fought 6 guys? And I worry about asymmetries and wonder about them too. I'm like, what if a really, really smart Milton Friedman type figure had her interview some idiot like AOC? That would be fascinating. I would pay for that on pay-per-view if Milton was still around. People want to see that stuff. I mean, you see the Jake Paul Tyson thing, and Tyson's going to fight Jake Paul. It's a huge, there's a low, whatever, one of the, right? People always are fascinated by this thing. Elon versus Don Lemon has to be the single greatest intelligence quotient disparity in a media interview ever done in American history, probably rivaled only by Sir interviewing Donald Trump. Remember, Sir? That one was hilarious. But this is Don Lemon. He says, so why would you talk about lowering standards in medicine and causing bad health outcomes if it hasn't happened yet? And a listener reminded me, why would you talk about climate change and global warming? I mean, that hasn't happened yet either. If you, that's a great point. Well, folks, that's expecting Don Lemon to have thought about anything other than a first order conversation. You know, when you read great thinkers like Thomas Sowell, one of the things they constantly reference is second order thinking. In other words, always saying, and then what? Don Lemon's not capable of doing that. He's not smart enough to say, and then what? He's a first order thinker only. All right, more coming up next on the school segment I put together with help from a couple of people online. It's really good.
And for my very first tax group, attention, if you or your business is behind in filing your tax return to review a loan. The sky keeps on turning.
Classic Hits 103.9 WVDO.
The help is real. Call 800-507-0666.
I'm Sherry Preston, turning himself in to federal prison officials in South Florida. Former Trump trade associate Peter Navarro, who has been sentenced to 4 months behind bars for contempt of Congress. Going in, he said,
"When I walked in that prison today, the justice system, such as it is, will have done a crippling blow for the constitutional separation of powers and executive privilege.
Former President Trump's attorneys say he is facing insurmountable difficulties paying the roughly $500 million judgment in the civil fraud judgment against him. 6 former law enforcement officials from Mississippi are facing sentencing starting today after pleading guilty to attacking and torturing 2 black men last year. Eddie Parker was one of the victims.
Get on the phone, I'm on social media, I'm seeing it. Everybody telling my story, It's a roller coaster, man. I'm still riding.
The first over-the-counter birth control pill now available to women online. This is ABC News.
Spring begins today at 10:06 at night. Partly cloudy with gusty winds, a high of 51. Partly cloudy tonight, breezy, down to 21. Mostly sunny and breezy tomorrow, only 33. From Storm Team 5, I'm meteorologist Jordan Lamers.
Are you ready for hard-hitting observations?
I was watching. You think too much. Don't you know about the new?
And certificates to Red Robin and Oshkosh.